Hello and welcome to the second episode of this unnamed series. I don't have a name yet, I think, right? I don't think I made a name for this series, but it doesn't matter. So last time I spoke a little bit about context, what leads up to occurrences of domestic violence, or this specific occurrence of domestic violence. I told you, just to summarize, that I was caught up in different, let's not call it relationships, but flings, and that I wanted to make some sort of a radical break, both in that particular department and also when it came to work. So I started looking for a job, and I went to different stores, and one of them was a cheese store, or a cheese chain. I found out later. I just applied at one particular cheese store that I saw at Evansgracht. And I reinstalled Tinder, or I still had it on my phone, I don't know. And I started swiping, looking for love, so to say. And I got a date. And it's not like there was a clean cut between all those flings and the new date. So I met... we had our first date in the Ebeling, which is a bar at the Overtoom. I don't know what day it was. It was in summer, anyway. Somewhere in July, I think, 2016 or 15. Yeah. And just before I entered, we happened to arrive at exactly the same time. And she said, "You must be brown." I was like, "Yeah, that's true." So we walked in, and we talked, and she told me about her, how she had come from America, because she's American. How that had happened, or like how she made that happen. And I thought it was really cool. I was impressed that she made that move, like, by herself. She had gone on a couch surfing adventure together with a friend, a couple of years before. Met someone, an Italian in the Netherlands, and fell in love, and came back after her whole adventure. And dove into a relationship with this guy, and basically lived together from day one. And things didn't work out for whatever reason. I didn't know at that time. So that's what I found out about her. Also, that she had used several drugs. I don't know why that was a topic of discussion, but we did talk about it. And the impression I got from her was that she used drugs to experiment, and then but was also disciplined enough to then stop. So, for instance, she did meth for a month, cocaine for a month. I don't know why a month, but it seems like an interesting number. And meth is definitely a big problem in the region where she's from, which is Orange County, or close to Orange County, in it's Riverside County in California, the States. So anyway, I was impressed. I was interested, and I thought, like, okay, I want to meet her again. And the next possible date for her and for me was a gay pride. But I had already said to a Swedish girl that I was hanging out with that I was gonna go with her to a gay pride. So I sort of needed to get rid of her, and I didn't want to tell her the truth. I don't know why. Super stupid, because it bit me in the ass, I think. Well, it bit me in the ass in the sense that it was completely unnecessary to do so, and I felt bad about it, obviously. So anyway, this girl's name is maybe I shouldn't name their names. Well, this Norwegian girl, actually, not Swedish. And we went to see some of my friends who would meet up with, and play some games before we would watch the boat parade. That day, I was writing for a small magazine. I was also supposed to follow a DJ Kinky Dinky. I think I can mention her. She changed her artist name now. And to follow her, she would be starting at down at Westerchurch, and she would be going to Rembrandt Square, and then go to Nick's over the course of 8 hours, like a whole working day, starting from I don't know when, but ending at 4 o'clock at Nick's. And I was like, okay, that could be interesting, like some gonzo journalism, but it can also be very tiresome, because how much can you write about these different experiences? I think you can write a lot about it, but it didn't need to be a very long article, so it would be a lot of investment in terms of time for a small article. So I already thought maybe I can interview her at a later point, and hang out with this new interesting American girl the rest of the day. So that's what I did. I used the writing gig as an excuse to get away from the Norwegian girl and the rest of the friends I was with. They went to look at the boat parade, and I went to Westerchurch. That's nice. Or at least it was nice for me. It was not a nice thing to do. And I met her there, the American girl, and I could just name her name, I suppose, Liz. It's not I'm not gonna make anything up or say anything bad about her per se. If she sees this and thinks I do her, then she can pick it up with me, I guess. I don't know. So I met Liz below the church on the square, and some other friends of hers joined, Olga and Arjan. Arjan, who is still a friend of mine, and who turned out to be a friend also of people that I knew or know for a very long time. So that was fun to have something in common, and immediately have some sort of some stuff to talk about with complete strangers. We made our way to Spy, had a really good time, and from there on, Liz and I really hit it off. It was good. It was exactly what I had hoped for. Like there was a spark for sure. And so I could let all brakes go loose. And so we ended up sleeping together after the festivities on Gay Pride. And the day after, I was feeling very lucky, obviously. So I went back to the cheese store because I hadn't heard anything back from them for 2 weeks. And I thought, just hop by and ask what's what. So I talked to the owner, or one of the owners. There's 2 owners, or there were, I don't know what the situation is at this moment. And he really appreciated me being so assertive and straightforward. So he offered me a job at the Cheese Museum. Basically right then and there, I could start the next week. So I was like, perfect. like within 2 weeks of me deciding to throw my life, switch it around 180 degrees, I fucking made it work. So I was really happy and proud of myself. And so then I just started doing that. I saw Liz really regularly. She lived not too far away from me. So I'll be, living there, not living there. I would just be there a lot. I would still be in my own place every now and then as well. I lived together with Joost, a good friend of mine, who I met and knew from my studies at the university. And he would see me less and less, obviously. So that's how our relationship started, and I think that's a good end for this episode. I'll explain more and go further in the next one. So see you then. Thank you.